Hey everyone, today we are counting down your picks for the top 10 best Barbie face molds. Wow. Yes, this is it. I was inspired to do this a couple weeks ago after I shared a picture of a bunch of dolls using one of my favorite Barbie face molds, and I asked in the caption of that photo, what are your favorite Barbie face molds? Leave in the comments your favorites, and you all did, and then I thought this could be fun to count all of these favorites and rank them, so I figured we would do a proper ranking. And I was also inspired by Darling Dolls' Ranked by You videos. They are so much fun to watch. So a couple weeks ago, I shared a survey asking you all to enter up to 3 of your favorite Barbie face molds. And it could be any Barbie face mold, any Barbie friend, any Barbie family member, any character, any face used in the Barbie universe. And I also shared FashionDollZ.de's face mold reference guide because I find it extremely helpful, and I wanted to make sure that we were all voting for the right face molds. So yes, I encouraged voters to check out that reference guide. So before we get into the list, I do want to talk about a couple of things. One, who voted? I do want to share with you a little information about the people who might have seen this link, because I shared this link on my Instagram, on my YouTube right here, and also on some Facebook Barbie groups. So according to my Instagram, about 37% of my followers live in the United States, about 10% live in Brazil, 7% in Mexico, 4% in Spain, and 3.8% in the United Kingdom. And when it comes to the age range for our potential voters, about 17.6% are 18 to 24 years old, about 37% are 25 to 34 years old, about 25.5% are 35 to 44 years old, about 10.7% are 45 to 54 years old, and about 1.8% are older than 65. And when it comes to gender, 52.5% are women and 47.4% are men. So that is according to my Instagram. So when it comes to my YouTube demographic insights, the numbers are pretty similar. About 18.6% are 18 to 24 years old, 31.4% are 25 to 34 years old, 26.3% are 35 to 44 years old, 12.5% are 44 to 54 years old, 6% are 55 to 64 years old, and about 2.4% are older than 65. When it comes to gender, about 48.3% are male, 51.5% are female, and lastly, when it comes to geography, about 50.8% are from the United States, about 7.3% are from the United Kingdom, 3.8 Brazil, 3.6 Philippines, 3.2 Mexico, 3.2 Canada, 2.2 Australia, 1.7 Germany, 1.6 Spain, and 1.1 France. And then of course with the Facebook groups, I have no way to know what that demographic is. That was just a free-for-all. So yeah, again, I just wanted to share this with you so that way you have some idea of like where these votes are coming from, who these votes are from, and I do feel that a good mix of this, you know, some of it is my viewers and some of it is people outside of my viewers, people who only saw the link via those Facebook groups. Those people are not necessarily anyone who is subscribed to my YouTube or following me on Instagram. So yes, I think these results are a good mix of both my viewers and not my viewers. So with all of that being said, I counted about 751 responses, and mind you, each response was allowed up to 3 face molds. So when you factor in that, there was a total of 1,795 responses counted. And within those 1,795 responses, you all mentioned about 97 different face molds. Some people even mentioned Ken face molds. Sadly, there were not enough mentions for Ken for him to make it into the top 10, but we might do a male/Ken face vote in the future. And so out of those 97 faces, only 10 were mentioned enough times to make it onto this list. To be exact, about 65% of voters mentioned at least one of the faces in the top 10. And a lot of you actually mentioned at least 2 or 3 of these faces. Lastly, before we get into the list, I do just need to bring up the question of what makes a face mold great and what makes a face mold considered by someone to be one of the best face molds. For many people, the best face mold could mean a couple of different things. For some, it could mean the face mold that is the most detailed, most well-crafted and sculpted, most dimensional face with very sophisticated engineering. Or it could just be the face that was used on their favorite doll when they were growing up. Therefore, that face holds a lot of sentimental and nostalgic value for them. So ultimately, this ranking is not based on any one single aspect of what could make a face mold great or the best. This is just a very simple and broad fan favorite ranking. So with that being said, I've got the results right here on my iPad. So let's get into it. Coming in at number 10, receiving 51 votes, making her 2.8% of the total vote, we have Leah/Kayla from the year 2000, and I'm so happy that she made it onto this list because she is one of my personal favorites, and I did not vote, so I'm very happy to see her on this list. So yes, the Leah/Kayla sculpt came out in the year 2000 with the Amazing Nails doll line, and I actually have Amazing Nails Leah right here, and she is absolutely gorgeous. She came out in 2001 or 2002, and I think overall her face is very charming, it is very sweet, and this face mold is very versatile, but she was often the standard face mold for Asian Barbies. And some of my favorite dolls using the Leah/Kayla face mold is 2001 Olympic Star Skater, 2002 Sophisticated Wedding, 2003 Mermaid Fantasy Kayla, 2003 Rio de Janeiro Leah, 2004 Fairytopia Magical Mermaid Kayla, 2004 Secret Spells Kayla, 2006 Fashion Fever Benetton Osaka, 2002 Lunar New Year. Most recently, she was used for the 2025 PTMI Birthday Barbie White Valentine. She was a factory employee exclusive doll. And here are just a few more dolls that I own using the Leah face mold. We've got Shakira. I think this is Palm Beach Leah. I don't remember the exact name. This Festivals of the World Chinese New Year Barbie, and Mystery Squad Kenzie. Okay, coming in at number 9 on our list, receiving 53 votes, making her 2.9% of the total vote. We have the original, very first ever 1958 Barbie face mold. And I have to say, I am so relieved that she made it onto this list. We do have to give credit where credit is due, and we must honor and recognize this icon. So, of course, she was introduced in 1958 with the first ever ponytail Barbie. She was hand-painted, inspired by Build Lily, and she would be the main face for Barbie until around 1966, making its run as the primary face for Barbie the shortest in Barbie history. She would be replaced in about 6 or 7 years after her debut. I think this face is very aloof, but very fierce at the same time. So again, of course, she was used for the ponytail Barbie, 1961 Bubble Cut, 1964 Swirl Ponytail, 1966 American Girl, 1966 Color Magic, and then she would also be used for a lot of Silkstone and collector Barbies as well. For example, this 2000 Lingerie Barbie, 2003 Best Sunday, 2004 Red Moon Barbie, 2003 One Modern Circle Producer Barbie, 2009 Golden Gala, 2017 Blue Chiffon Ball Gown, 2020 SDC Rainbow Cloud Barbie, and recently she was used for the 2024 Mid-Century Marvelous Barbie and the 2024 Barbie Fashion Model Collection Exquisite Evening Gown Silkstone. Here are a couple of dolls that I own using the original face mold. We have this Blue Sapphire Silkstone Barbie. Here's a reproduction of this Silken Flame Barbie with a bubble cut, and a ponytail Barbie. She's a reproduction of Solo in the Spotlight. Okay, coming in at number 8, receiving 56 votes, making her 3.1% of the total vote, we have Teresa from 1990. And Teresa was first introduced, I believe, with the 1992 Rollerblade Teresa. She would be the standard face mold for Hispanic and Latina Barbies throughout the 90s and early 2000s. This face mold would be used for Teresa until around 2008 as she got a new face for the Fashion Fever line. However, this sculpt would continue to be used for other Barbie characters. And some of my favorite Teresas are 1993 Holly Hollywood Hair Teresa. 1998, Uptown Chic Barbie uses the Teresa face mold. 1999, Beyond Pink Teresa. 2001, Jam and Glam Teresa. 2005, Cali Girl Surfer Teresa. 2007, Sparkle and Shine Teresa. In 2008, they used the Teresa face mold for Rizzo from Grease. The 2020 tennis player uses the Teresa face mold, and recently we saw the Teresa face mold be used for the 2024 Holiday Barbie and the 2024 RBD dolls. Sadly, for whatever reason, this is the only Teresa face mold Barbie I own in my collection. This is Sit in Style Teresa, and luckily her glasses have not totally melted. All of the other dolls in this collection, their glasses have melted, but hers did not melt, and so she looks great and camera ready for today. And there she is on the back of the box. Okay, coming in at number 7, receiving 68 votes, making her 3.8% of the total vote, we have Lena from 2020. Lena was first introduced as the first Barbie Looks doll in 2021. And Lena is very new. There's only about 13 dolls total that have the Lena face mold, making her one of the youngest faces on this list. And when I say youngest, I don't mean youngest appearing. I mean its existence. The face mold has not existed long enough to get that nostalgic boost. No one can say, oh, I love Lena because my favorite doll from my childhood had that face mold. And if you can say that, then you're probably not old enough to be using YouTube or any of the other social media platforms where I shared the survey. But she doesn't get that iconic, classic status boost that some other face molds might. Lena earned her praise very quickly due to her very detailed sculpt. She's very versatile, the face is very chiseled, and often looks very elegant. Some dolls that use the Lena face mold are the 2022 Pink Collection Barbie, 2022 Crystal Fantasy Rose Quartz Barbie, 2023 35th Anniversary Teresa. Yes, that's right. For Teresa's 35th anniversary, they used the Lena face mold, not the Teresa face mold that we just talked about. That's wild. The 2023 PTMI birthday doll, 2024 Barbie Looks, 2024 RBD, 2024 Poison Ivy, and recently she was used on the 2024 Diwali Barbie. So the only doll I currently own with a Lena face mold is the Barbie Looks number 19. So this is her, you know, in her original look, and then I did give this one right here. Same doll, just with a haircut, and I got rid of the bangs. But yeah, I do think she has a very, very defined sculpt, and it's great craftsmanship. Okay, coming in at number 6, receiving 76 votes, making her 4.2% of the total vote. We have the Lara/Anna face from 1998. So she was first introduced in 1999 with Generation Girl, Anna, and Lara. So 2 different characters, but they both use the same face mold. And this face mold, a fun fact, started out as just a typical playline face, but then would often be used for collector dolls. She's very versatile. She can often look very alluring, sometimes aloof, but at the same time very glamorous and fierce. Some of my favorite dolls that use the Lara Anna face are the 2003 Barbie starring in King Kong, 2004 Versace Barbie, 2005 Cynthia Rowley Barbie, 2006 On Location Milan Barbie, 2006 Fashion Fever Drew, 2007 Robert Best, 2011 Pirates of the Caribbean, and she was recently used as the 2024 Lunar New Year doll, and she was also in the 2024 RBD collection. And here's some dolls that I have that use the Anna Lara face mold. So this right here is the very first Anna, actually. She is not in her original outfit, but yes, this is history in the making right here. And then we've also got her, another Anna. I'm not taking her out of the box, but hopefully you get an idea of her face. And here she is on the back of the box. This obviously is the My Room Generation Girl Anna, and yeah, love it. So now we are entering the top 5 best Barbie face molds voted by you. Number 5 received 136 votes, making her 7.6% of the total vote. We have Generation Girl / CEO Barbie from 1998. So yes, this face mold was introduced with the Generation Girl line, but also with the Working Woman Barbie. That's where she gets the name CEO, because she looks like a CEO right here. This face was the main face of Barbie from 1999 up until around 2014, 2015, and that made her the main Barbie face for about 15 years, which means she was the second longest reigning Barbie face in Barbie history. And because of her very long reign, many people can say that this face mold holds a special place in their heart because we've had so much time to bond with her. Many people have grown up with this face mold. This face feels very joyful, very warm, very friendly. So some examples of dolls that use the Generation face mold are 2001 Dream Glow Barbie, 2001 Jam and Glam Barbie, 2003 Halloween Enchantress, 2003 Mermaid Fantasy, 2003 they used her for Sandy from Grease, 2004 Catwoman, 2004 Princess and the Pauper Erica, 2006 Way Out West Barbie, 2008 Barbie in India, 2012 Pinktastic Barbie, 2012 Catherine Royal Wedding, 2013 Barbie Life in the Dream House, 2021 Elvis Presley, and most recently she was used in 2024 for one of the holiday Barbies. So some dolls that I have that use the Generation Girl face mold is this Callie Barbie, who is not in great condition, but hopefully you get the idea. We've also got Dorothy from Wizard of Oz. I don't even know who this is, but she's using the Generation Girl face mold and her hair is a mess. And we've also got Cool Clips Barbie using Generation Girl face mold. Next, coming in at number 4, receiving 150 votes, making her 8.3% of the total vote, we've got the longest reigning main Barbie face mold, Superstar from 1976. So yes, this face mold was introduced with the 1977 Superstar Barbie, and this face is the face of arguably some of the most iconic, classic, potentially even best-selling Barbies of all time. This would be the main face of Barbie from 1977 till about 1999 when she was replaced by Generation Girl, making its run as the main Barbie face 22 years long, which is, yes, the longest reigning supreme ever in Barbie history. So because she was used for so long, so many Barbie fans and Barbie collectors can say that they grew up with this face, and therefore her impact and her presence alone has earned her this spot on our top 10 list today. Her expression is very cheerful and fun and endearing, and the Superstar face is the first Barbie face sculpt to have an open mouth smile. Some examples of dolls using this face mold are 1980 Beauty Secrets Christie, 1984 Great Shape, 1985 Day to Night, 1985 Peaches and Cream, 1992 Totally Hair Barbie, 1993 Filipina Barbie, 1996 Jewel Hair Mermaid, and recently she was used in 2015 and 2019 for the Moschino Barbies, and even more recently she was used in 2024 for the GAW Convention Barbie. So I do have a few dolls using the Superstar face mold. We've got a Barbie in the Rockers right here. We have a Dorothy, who this time, yes, is using the Superstar face mold. We've got Hot Skating Barbie, I believe that's her name. And this random Barbie who I just gave a Western makeover to, and I think she's very cute. Very orange, but very cute. And of course, we have Golden Dream Barbie right here, who is so stunning. And now we are entering the top 3, receiving 163 votes, making her 9.1% of the total vote. We have Bob Mackie, 1991. So yes, this face mold was first introduced in 1992 with the Neptune Fantasy Barbie, and Mattel actually calls this the closed mouth face mold, but most fans know her as Mackie. And this face was supposedly the first that Mattel specifically designed for collector edition Barbies. And this face was going to be used for a play line called Totally Rad, but Generation Girl took over. So imagine if they did use this face and they did give us Totally Rad and Generation Girl didn't happen when it happened. But overall, this face feels very serene and peaceful and enchanting. Some examples of dolls using the Mackie face mold are the Madame du Barbie Mackie 1997, 1997 Pink Reflections Barbie, 1998 Rapunzel Barbie, 1999 Winter in Montreal, 1999 Florida Vacations Teresa. In 2000, they used her for Morticia Addams, 2001 Enchanted Mermaid, 2002 All That Glitters, 2004 Fashion Fever, 2009 they used her for Debbie Harry, and recently she was used in 2019 for the Ballet Wishes Barbie. And a couple dolls that I have that use the Mackie face mold are this Mackie Queen of Hearts Barbie. I think she's 1997 Holiday Barbie right here. She's redressed. This Priscilla Presley Barbie right here. She's not wearing her original dress, but the face is original, obviously, and stunning. And this Harley Davidson Barbie. They would also use this face for a lot of Harley Davidson Barbies. And now our runner-up and our winner were extremely close. It was a very, very close race. Actually, the winner won by 2 extra votes. So they both did an amazing job in this vote. But before we reveal the runner-up and our winner, I do want to go over some honorable mentions. These faces received about 30 to 43 votes, so not enough to make it into the top 10, but enough to be very close. And in total, about 10% of voters voted for at least one of these faces. So our first honorable mention is the Carl face mold from 2013. I do have this Fashion Frontier Barbie right here that uses the Carl face mold. Another honorable mention is Simone from 2021, which again is a big deal. This face mold has not existed for that long, but because this mold is so detailed and well crafted, it did receive a lot of votes. Another honorable mention is the Twist and Turn face from 1966. Many people will call this the nostalgic face or the mod face, and this was the second face of Barbie, so this is that face that kicked out our original face. Another honorable mention is the Goddess face mold. I actually have this Vitamin C doll right here who uses the Goddess face mold. And this Princess of China doll also uses the Goddess face mold, even though she looks a lot like Leah. This is actually Goddess. And our last honorable mention, who was very close to making it into the top 10, is the M. Billy / Grace face mold from 2001 / 2011, because the face mold was just slightly updated, but not really. And I do have this That's So Raven Barbie right here that uses the M. Billy face mold. So now, it is time, are you ready, for our runner-up, who very well could have been our winner if I counted the extra votes. Some people, when I say extra votes, I mean, I told people you can enter up to 3 face molds. Some people entered 5 to 6 face molds, so I, of course, only counted the first 3 on their entry, and the 4th and 5th and 6th I did have to not count, otherwise that wouldn't be fair if I counted this person's 5th and not this person's, you know. So this face mold, for some people, was mentioned in their entry maybe as an honorable mention or maybe as their 4th or 5th. So if I did count those, this face could have won. Very likely that this face could have won. But what I did count was 210 votes, making this face 11.7% of the total votes. We have, coming in as our runner-up, Miss Odile from 2019. So Odile was first introduced in 2019 with the Flight of Fashion Barbie. She was designed by Angel Kent. And a fun fact, just like Lena, about only 13 dolls, give or take, have been released using this face mold, making her one of the least used and most youngest faces on this list. So it is extremely impressive that she made it this high because, again, like Lena, she does not get the nostalgic boost. She doesn't get the classic iconic boost. Nobody can say I love Odile because I grew up with her. I had my favorite doll as a kid had the Odile face mold. So she is loved for her very skillfully crafted features and detail. She often has a side glance. There was an open mouth variant that released in 2022. Some people did specify in their vote closed mouth or open mouth, but there wasn't enough to really make it a big difference. So I just included all the Odiles as one big vote. But this face feels very glamorous and very elegant. And here are some photos of dolls that use the Odile face mold. We've got the 2022 Holiday Barbie, the 2023 MFDS Lady Luck, 2023 Winter Fantasy, 2024 Juan Gabriel, and she was most recently used in this 2025 Playline Barbie fashion gift set. So here are some dolls that I use that use the Odile face mold. We have this Mermaid Fantasy Barbie. We have the Pink Premiere Gala Barbie, I think is her name. And we've got the 2024 Ballet Wishes, and you can see she uses that open mouth face mold. Okay, so now it is time to reveal our winner. Before we do, I do just want to thank everybody for participating in this vote and taking the time to vote and sharing it with any of your doll collecting friends. So, coming in at number 1, receiving 212 votes, making her 11.8% of the total vote, we have Winking Western Barbie from 1980. Okay, no, I'm totally kidding. Okay, for real this time. Coming in at number 1, receiving 212 votes, making her 11.8% of the total vote, we have Miss Steffie from 1971. Yes, so Steffie was introduced in 1972 with the Walk Lively, Busy Steffie, Busy Talking, Sunset, Malibu, PJ. One of those dolls was the first one released using the Steffie face mold, and she has been a fan favorite for a very long time. She's one of the oldest faces on this list. I actually think she is the oldest aside from the very first face mold, who came in at number 9. So yes, she's been around for a very, very long time. So lots of people can say that this doll was on one of their favorite Barbies growing up. And some fun facts about the Steffie face mold. According to FashionDollZ.de, there were just 3 dolls with the name Steffie produced. There was Walk Lively Steffie, Busy Steffie, and Talking Busy Steffie, and then the face mold went over to PJ. But we would even see Barbie and her friends like Whitney, Christie, Midge, Teresa, or even Summer use the Steffie face mold occasionally. And now in 2013, the face got a little bigger, and they stamped 2013 on the back. So for a few of the Life in the Dream House Midge dolls, they would use this 2013 Steffie mold, but it's basically the exact same as the original 1971. And one of the most historic dolls to use the Steffie face mold is the 1980 Black Barbie. This was the first black doll to be named Barbie. Up until then, there were some black dolls, but they were just friends of Barbie. They were not the main character. They were not Barbie. So Steffie was the face used on this very historic and important Barbie. Overall, I think the Steffie face mold feels very innocent, very soft, cute, sort of quirky. Here's some examples of some dolls using the Steffie face mold. We've got the 1975 Hawaiian Barbie, 1976 Quick Curl Kara, 1978 Fashion Photo PJ, 1981 Golden Dream Christie, 1986 Peruvian Barbie, 1992 Ultra Hair, yes, Ultra, not totally hair, Whitney, 1998 Fantasy Goddess of Asia, 2004 One Model Circle Simone, 2008 Hello Kitty Barbie, 2008 Celebrate Disco, 2011 Tokidoki Barbie, and the Steffie face mold was recently used in the 2024 Deluxe Style Chase variant Barbie, and we just learned very recently that she will most likely be used on the 2025 Styled by Design Barbie. Mattel shared this teaser, and to me and to many others, this looks like a Steffie face mold, and by the time this video goes up, we might have already seen full images of this doll. So yeah, some dolls I own that use the Steffie face mold is this pretty recent Barbie Rewind doll. She is not in her original outfit, but she is using the Steffie face, and this gorgeous birthstone aquamarine Barbie right here. Okay, so there we have it. That is your picks for the top 10 best Barbie face molds. Again, thank you so much to everyone who participated and took the time to vote. This was a lot of fun, and I'm very curious to know what this list would look like if somebody else did it. Of course, again, this is, partly a reflection of my viewers and partly a reflection of random people on Facebook. But yes, if someone else had shared this survey, this list could be different. I think this list would also be different if we did it 5 years from now. There could be a new face mold that comes out that blows all of these out of the water and ends up being our #1 pick. So let me know, do you think this list was an accurate representation of what Barbie fans and collectors like? Who do you think should have been #1? Who do you think should have been on this list that wasn't on the list? Definitely, if you're comfortable, share who you voted for in the comments. And because I know everybody's going to ask, yes, Millie got 26 votes, and that is including both the closed mouth and open mouth face molds. So again, thank you so much for watching, and let me know, what kind of ranking should we do next? I'll see you next time. Bye!